One day there was a group of Pharisees walking home from a long day of ministry, and they noticed that Jesus was having dinner with a group of publicans. They couldn't believe it, and they thought to themselves, "This man receives sinners and even eats with them." They were shocked. They couldn't believe that a man who claimed to have a noble character would rather eat with sinners than with them.
They thought, if this man was really a true prophet, he would agree or sympathize with us, and he would treat sinners the way that they deserve. They couldn't understand how this man, Jesus, who could talk with them about spiritual and religious matters, would sympathize with social outcasts.
It angered them that people that would normally never even listen to the words of a respectable rabbi or even enter the doors of a synagogue, they would flock to hear every word that Jesus had to say. The scribes and the Pharisees, they felt condemnation in his presence, and they wondered, why then did these publicans and sinners, why were they drawn to him?
They couldn't understand that the reason sinners were coming to Jesus was because he treated them like children of God. And while they had strayed from the Father's house, they were not forgotten in the Father's heart. The very sin and misery that made them feel weighed down caused God to reach out with them in greater compassion. And the farther that they had strayed from his house made his intensity in rescuing them and the sacrifice for their rescue the greater.
Why then does Jesus seek after sinners? Well, you see, their answer was in their accusation. Jesus pursues us not because we're perfect, but because he loves us. And it doesn't matter what we do and the mistakes that we've done, there will be nothing that can separate us from his great love for us. And this is why Micah wrote, "Who is a God like you, that pardons iniquity, that passes by the transgression of the remnant of his heritage? He retains not his anger forever, because he delights in mercy."
The Pharisees thought, this man receives sinners and eats with them. That sinner is you and me. And aren't you so glad that Jesus' love pursues us? And won't you want him to help us to look at those that the world would outcast in the very same way that Jesus looks at us?